Oh yeah, we back. Another morning chop up. I told you we were taking that vanilla extract out. Every time I drop, it's no vanilla. So we're gonna chop up these pills. I've been seeing the black pill. I've been seeing a lot of this in the circulation. So I said, let me put my spin on it. Um, Shout out to everybody that's been chopping up Red Supreme, AMS. Some of these goats. On the channel doing the work. A lot of these pills have come into place as a form of context, so you can kind of identify yourself with where you are and what you want. And I get that. We all look for these labels and categories to fit to identify with because we want a place that we can identify with. We want to be able to say, well, I'm this way, or okay, this is my lane. This is what I do. So when our behavior, it can be what's the word? It can be labeled properly, kind of like I don't even want to like a college graduate. Okay, this is a psych major. Okay, this is a sophomore. This is a junior. This is a senior. It's just classifications. But none of these pills can save you. All of these pills we can relate to because as a man, once you get up in age, you're going to go through different cycles in life. You're going to go through a red pill phase. You're going to go through a blue pill phase. You're going to go through a black pill. In a lot of cases, a lot of you are going to go through many of these, if not all of these pills in a sense. But none of these pills can really save you until you do the work, until you understand the dynamics between men and women. See, we've complicated things and we have allowed a lot of outside entities to interfere with our programming and our development, such as white supremacy, social media, entertainment, the music, the visuals, the images. A lot of our culture has a lot of fragments that are tainted. You look at the church. You see this pastor in New York going in his closet with designer, millions of dollars in jewelry. You have to ask why. How does he even have a congregation in 2022? In 2022, this is still a thing. So people are ignorant to their own ignorance. One thing I learned in my 38 years of life, and what I also notice is a lot of you men are not comfortable with yourself. You want to go and get BBLs and lipo and get this done, get that done. You want to get all of these things just so you can get a bitch. You want to sleep on the floor, blood, sweat, and tears, work out 4 times a day, put all type of stress on your mind, body, and spirit just so you can get a bitch that don't even fuck with you like that. Now, isn't that crazy? But what it really is, you want to gain ranks in the social hierarchy of men. Because you see these men in these spaces on the internet living this baller lifestyle, kicking out this, dating advice. These men shit and piss just like you do. They stand up and put one leg in their pants just like you do. They deal with heartbreak and breakups just like you do. So don't get fooled by the social media and the YouTube and the bravados to think these guys are impervious to everyday realities. They may deal with it better. They may not wear their heart and emotions on their sleeve, and they may not disclose all of their experiences the way other men may do. But what I notice is that you guys have a insecure spirit. You feel you need to do this, you need to do that just so you can get a woman's attention, when the best thing you can do is love yourself. Self-love will solve all of your women problems. I promise you this. Now, one may ask, well, what do you mean self-love? Self-love, what is self? What is the root word of selfish? It is self. I did a video yesterday talking about policing your woman or women in general. She plays to win, you play to lose. You have to be selfish at times. You just think about the Drakes, the Futures, the Tristan Thompsons. You see all of these men running around. All of everything they do is publicized. It's in the media to consume. Yet You don't see them complaining about women. You still see them with all types of different beautiful women. Why is that? Because they took a part of their life out and they were selfish. They did the work. You don't get to a level of Drake, Future, Tristan Thompson, etc. without being selfish. You don't get to these heights without dealing with a lot of adversity, which influenced the mindset to become selfish in your endeavors, to become very selective to where you go, who you deal with, who you hang with. You don't get to these heights without making those sacrifices. Future said it himself. He sacrificed his first love. It was something to that effect. He sacrificed love for his career. He sacrificed love for his craft. To have a craft and to be so skilled and so talented in a craft such as music, basketball, whatever that is, you have to be selfish and you have to understand what it takes to get to a certain level. So you guys are looking for these pills thinking that you're going to soak up all of this knowledge if you're red pill. Okay, I'm the red pill king. Okay, now I'm the black pill king. Okay, I'm the purple and all of this shit. None of that matters in real life. Now, do you want to have the 360 degrees of understanding? Absolutely. But these pills can't save you. So when you identify and say, well, I'm going to be black pill, you shortchange yourself in a sense. You shortchange yourself from other experiences because you're a one-trick pony. You're just a one-trick pony at this point. You're not multifaceted. Self-love will solve all of your women problems. I promise you they will. Because when you do the work, when you wake up and you don't want to work out and you do it, you don't do it with the mindset, okay, when my abs start coming in and when I drop this weight, I'm going to be able to get this type of chick. This is when I'm going to shoot my shot at this chick. Your motivation is all wrong. Your motivation should not be a bitch. Your motivation should be walking straight and upright and separating yourselves and getting favor from the Most High. See, a lot of you guys deal with these breakups and getting flaked on. You want to go savage. You want to get payback. No. You don't get payback. You pay it forward. You elevate yourself and you give the game to someone that is unsuspecting to let them know what not to do. You share the wisdom that you gain from the loss, because a smart man learns from their mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. So when you come across some game, pass that game down. Pass that game to the next man. Stop chasing women and love yourself first. Put the work in. You're gonna have to sit down. You looking for a bitch every weekend. You looking to get your dick wet every weekend. Every time you get some free time, every time it's a party, you're in the spot. You got to sit the fuck down. You got to sit down. And once you sit down and you end up and you put the work in, you start that business, you start that venture, you learn that skill. You sharpen yourself, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Or mind, body, and spirit. You sharpen everything about you. You're not going to have a problem with women. The women are going to come because they're going to see the work and the sacrifice and the dedication that you put into yourself, because 1 + 1 is 2. How can you love a woman the right way or lead a woman properly when you don't love yourself and you're not leading yourself in the right way? See, a lot of you guys try to talk your way into some panties versus just simply being the best version of yourself and knowing yourself well enough to know what works and what does not work for you. See, again, as you develop, you're going to learn a lot of things about yourself. You're going to look through your practices and past behaviors and choices, and you say, I knew I shouldn't have did that. I knew I shouldn't have did that. I knew I shouldn't have turned myself down. I knew I shouldn't have acquiesced to her needs or wants or whatever the case may be, her standards. You need to be setting the standard. A lion is not gonna go into a pride tucking his fangs, tucking his teeth. Let me tuck my fangs in. I'm going over here, man. Let me put my fangs in so they won't think I'm here to take over and shit. Nah. If you're not going to take over, why you over in this prize business anyway? If you're not going to take over, why are you here? You're in the way. None of these pills are going to save you. Now, it's entertainment, absolutely, but as I listen to a lot of these creators, no one is going to give you everything. Some things is going to be I always say 70 to 80%. You're going to get some good stuff, but when I hear a lot of the guys talking, I was listening to Fresh and Fit last night, and I was hearing this tone of, well, he's wasting your time, and well, they're wasting your time. Like what is that? We don't hold women hostage. So it's no, you're wasting her time. She chose to be here, and if it didn't work, you go your separate ways. Men tend to sell the women a dream that their time is more valuable than his. Oh, absolutely the fuck not. So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, well, what's this? Oh, he's wasting your time and this and that. Okay, you want to give the chick some game. Okay, bet. But don't put this narrative out that men are wasting women's time because she's not getting the optimal benefit that you feel she should get, or she feels she should get. She know what the fuck she signed up for. And if she didn't want to go through with it, she should have got the fuck out a long time ago. So don't think these women are being held hostage or against their will because their man is not doing a certain thing or their man is not meeting a certain standard. She knew what she signed up for. Now, if you don't have vision and she doesn't trust your vision and she eventually cuts it, that's a part of it. That's going to come with it. See, Michael Jordan didn't become the GOAT by the wins. He came the GOAT from the losses. See, a lot of these guys, again, they'll get on this internet and make it seem as if they have a Floyd Mayweather. It's only one Floyd Mayweather. Everybody is not going to go undefeated. A lot of men are going to go through losses. How you think we get this game? How you think we get this sauce to tell you without writing it down when it comes to... None of this stuff is written, rehearsed. None of it. It's straight off the dome. One take. When you listen to my channel, these are one takes. This is not this is not rehearsed. This is one take straight off the top. But I hear these tones of, you want to do this to get women. You want to do, man, fuck out, man. You do this to please the Most High. The Most High is going to put the woman that fits your scheme in front of you. And all that chasing, all of that, having to do this, having to do that. You gotta, you gotta walk on one leg and you gotta be able to bench 600. You gotta have 800,000. Man, hey. When you got certain gifts and you put yourself in position, you don't do it for the woman. You do it for yourself and for your legacy, the legacy that you want to leave behind once you leave. We do too much of the thing. All of the things you do should not be for a woman's approval, or it's for her to say, okay, yeah, he's a high value man. He that's him. Man, I don't give a fuck about what you think about me. Fuck, I care about what. A lot of these red pill spaces have a lot of blue in them. It's a lot of blue spaces. You guys telling, men, do what you do for you and your legacy, your family, the things that you stand on. You don't do this to get a woman's approval or a stamp or so she would fuck with you. Nah. When you put in the work, you put in the work for you and the Most High. Because without a sovereign power, who you think is giving you the favor? You think you're just walking around and everything is just, and once you leave, it just goes black. That's another thing that's missing in these spaces. There's no real focus on integrity, walking upright and pleasing the Most High. You think you're just doing this for you. And that's why you continue to lose and get spanked. But self-love will solve all of your women problems, because if she sees you loving yourself, she's going to say, oh, he's going to love me the same way. You can't love any woman or lead any woman until you do it for yourself first. But you let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.